Hello, this is Jeff at Southwest MLS with your monthly May update. Video will be much shorter than last month. We'll try to keep it no longer than 4 or 5 minutes. There's not a lot of new features and changes in our MLS and products that I will go over this morning, so we'll kind of cover a review and some reminders on some things that are coming up. Number one, we're going to talk about Autopop. What does that mean in regards to a listing? So I'm going to start off entering a new listing in the system. And we'll pretend we're doing a residential. So when you're beginning this listing under the address section, you see that Populate Tax Data button. And it provides you a good jump start on some of the listing information. And for this particular example, I'm just going to go ahead and pick an Albuquerque address and put in the address information to start off. And you'll just want to make sure you enter the full street address the best you can, the city, county, town, and zip code. So as far as getting information on the listing from Autopopulate, that's done two ways. First is from geocoding. So when you proceed to go to the next screen on your listing input, you should be prompted to verify your map location. In this case, it is in the right spot, so I'm going to click Use this location. So right now, geocoding has taken place. And what that means is that on my listing, it has auto-filled some information on the MLS, such as the MLS area and zone atlas. Also, since this property is in Albuquerque, I did get the schools auto-populated and the GRT, gross receipts tax code. So it's not a lot of information, but just because I geocoded and mapped the listing, I got some free data on the listing. Now the one more important to remember is Populate Tax Data. And when you click on that and select the appropriate address, Autopopulate kicks in and gives me my parcel ID and also most of the tax information in that section. So if we go down further and see, we have short legal, owner name, taxes, subdivision, year built, lot size, lot acres. So all of that without even typing in any data in the fields other than the address. That doesn't work effectively sometimes on new construction or vacant lots that don't have a matching physical address yet. But it is a great tool to take advantage of on a resale. Let's move on next. The ever popular or commonly used compliance button. In the event you ever need to report a particular listing issue or status problem to Southwest MLS, there used to be in red letters a report violation link at the top of the detail page of any listing. That button has been moved, and when you're on the detail page, you'll want to look for the three dots in the upper right corner, which bring up some other options. And there is the report violation option, where you can put in a brief description of the issue you're reporting, and that will come to our compliance office. Another question we get sometimes is, where are the input forms? And these are the printable forms for all of our property types that you can print out with your client or have your admin or somebody fill out and use as an input for the listing. So under the Flex menu in the upper left corner, if you go under Daily Functions, you'll find the input forms for each property type. And it pulls up a 5 or 6 page PDF document, which you can then print out or save on your computer. So every time you start a new residential, you can just print out this copy and use it to fill out. And now it's handy if you have an admin or somebody putting the listing in for you, just to hand them this sheet. If you're printing these forms out and saving them in at your office, be mindful that when Flex makes field changes to utilities or in something else on the listing, these input forms will change. And so it's important to know that when there's a big change in the MLS, that you go back and print out the newer version of these input forms. Next, just a quick reminder for those of you logging in to Flex over the next week or so, you might have seen a request to take a survey. It's a really short survey, and after taking that, you can be entered in a drawing to win a $50 gift card. This survey is going to be helpful for our policy committee and MLS board of directors and staff as we're working right now to talk with our builders and address any kinds of areas with policies we need to look at regarding new construction homes put in the MLS and also post sale on ensuring that when they're reported that the correct sales information is in there. So it's a short survey. Appreciate your feedback on that. And there's a place to add some comments or suggestions to your leadership on what they should be looking at on these policies. And we'll finish up with an announcement on one of our current products in the MLS or a benefit called Tech Helpline. We've had that a couple of years. Due to low adoption of our subscribers using that, the MLS board is decided to end that service in June. So after June, those of you who've been using Tech Helpline will have to call either Flex Tech Support or our local office for assistance with IT-related issues. We're not going to be able to handle all the types of calls that Tech Helpline did, but we should have some resources available for you by next month on where to go if you have a computer virus or need to install desk camera software or like a Ring doorbell software on your phone. Just things that just we're not trained at MLS. So we'll be reaching out to our frequent users of Tech Helpline to help them through this transition, and keep an eye for another announcement coming out of the MLS. But that is going to conclude our May video. Thank you for watching. We'll see you next month.